maybe. Copy out. Goes, keep it up. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. We're back for another week of racing. Today we're in Zandvoort, my home Grand Prix. Home Grand Prix for not one driver, I believe. I believe there's no Dutch driver today. Unfortunately, we're back at the Dutch beaches, the dunes here, right next to the sea, and we're looking forward to some amazing racing. I'm looking forward to it. We can have a closer look at the standings. We see some amazing close fighting between Justin and Danny Cole. It's only 4 points different with only 3 races to go, and it promises to be a really exciting end to the season. Last 3 races. Today it's Zandvoort, where everything is to take, everything is at stake, everything is to lose. So we need some drivers to grab their risks, maybe, especially at the top. We might see some tough battling. Tino is back racing today as well. He won last week's race in Japan, where I unfortunately couldn't be. And we can have a look at the team standing as well. Red Bull Racing really close with Christian and, if I don't forget, Justin really close to Ferrari. Although Kiko stepped down from Ferrari, so it might get a little bit less closer than it's right now, but still there's a lot at stake. Unfortunately, as far as I know, I'm alone today. I haven't heard anything from a co-commentator who should be here. Bablas isn't here, but surely we should have an amazing race again, right? Let's head over to it, because I'm really excited to see what is actually happening. I'm just turning things on so I can have a better look for you. Yeah, we will have a look. It seems like 16 drivers on the grid today. Tough track for some people. It's not a track we want to try to drive without assist, I would say. It's a really tough track to get right. Really, this banking, the oversteer can be a little bit tricky, I find myself. And so yeah, we will see which drivers will set a good lap. I believe it's Tuch, who is from someone else. Babelas is here, amazing. I'm gonna put your volume down a little bit. You're in the server yet?
Give me 20 seconds.
Very nice. Okay. So if people tell me, please, if the sound volume is correct, because I can't check since we're midstream. So if I should put Babela's volume a bit lower or higher, just tell me. We can fix it.
Yeah, I have to apologize from everybody being late. I had the job to do, so it took me a little longer than I expected.
Well, you're here after all, so that's all that matters. Fortunately so, because we got a really exciting track going on. As Adesi's that's a 1.11, Tooch at a 1.11.12, but that's on a soft tire though. Adesi and Fox did it on the medium tires. At the Fox 810 slower though. Some other drivers that are on a lap. Justin is on a hot lap, setting good sector 2 through his last 2 corners. Let's see what he can bring. Through his banking, I might see some drivers like to keep it low here at the exit, and some drivers like to keep it high. He keeps it a little bit in the middle, and it gets a 110.6, 4 tenths faster than Adesi on a soft tire. Next driver's on a lap, I'm not sure. Tino is on a lap, driving in the Red Bull today. Christian is not driving today, unfortunately. Meepo is driving again, very good to see him back again.
Do we have a feedback about the weather in the race?
I have absolutely no idea about the weather. Maybe somebody can tell me, because I have no idea. It's sunny right now, and it's a sunny day as far as I know this weekend in the whole of the Netherlands, so should be fine. Should be enough sun today. Lovely summer. It's not summer yet, but
because we had an amazing yesterday, if you recall.
Yes, yeah, I can remember yesterday's race. Tell me all about it.
It was very exciting race. I was glad Tipsy Bob doing the perfect strategy and getting the first position. It was amazing. After a while, you needed the wets. The intermediates didn't have any traction.
Yeah. Well, it's just something
So if
to.
we have a pit manager listening, please let us know about the weather in the race.
Yeah, I think it will be sunny today. Just from my expectation. Tunaris has a 10.7, really good lap from this Finnish driver. We have two Finnish drivers on the three. Sorry, I almost forgot Makender. Of course, he's racing today with 110.8, which is said previously. Tino said a 110.3 almost 2 minutes ago, but that doesn't matter. Another battle I haven't talked about yet is the Irish battle, of course. It's really close between them, only 3 points difference, and a little bit surprising. They both scored points already this season. And you know what? I think Zandvoort is a race that can be tricky. A lot of crashes, a lot of chaos, lots of safety cars can be seen here. So there might be a chance for both of them getting a lot of points today, maybe, if they just keep their head down to the race. Danny Coe on a outlap though. Let's see if he can get a good first banker lap. He is almost always, I feel like, setting a later banker lap than other drivers. Like Justin, Makender, all those drivers are likely to get it out earlier.
Then he's starting his hot lap. So, do we have the championship standing?
Well, we had him before you were here. It's only 4 points difference between Danny Coe and Justin, with only 3 races to go. So everything is at stake for both of these drivers, as they are really willing to give everything what it takes to win these season. The last season on this game we will have in SLR, of course, with the new game coming in July, I believe.
Yeah.
Don't correct me
Did you
because I'm
did
right.
you make the pre-order?
No, I don't know if I'm gonna buy it, honestly. I'm not sure. That's something for later.
I
Stress.
just okay. I will elaborate later because I had a video taken from Lando Norris driving the F1 23.
Mm.
Uh, Richard, Jamakovic, Richard. In the chat, welcome.
Ooh. Welcome indeed to everyone watching. Danico says a 110.6, and we had a yellow flag for one of the Ferraris. I believe it was not Adesi, it was Tooch. So tell me, Tooch, is this. Oh, he lost his front wing. He lost his front wing there, and I believe it's. I forgot the corner name. It
So
was formerly
Danny
Noma.
is on the fourth place. Adesi got the second position. Danny and Justin, that they are the competitors for the championship, are very, very close. Only 0.23 of a second.
Well, then I assume Kitsune to react to you. It's a good thing. Gaming can bring good things as well, not wasting all your money on, well, clothes. Although you might say it's not a waste. It can be if you put too much money on it, I believe. But it's a personal thing, I would say. So the Tooch invalidated
If
his
you have
lap
money, you can buy everything.
as well.
So
Ooh, Papa Dimitrio is off the track. It's a yellow flag for him here. And he still has set a really good lap time because he's only on a 112.5 on his soft tires. Copy hasn't set a lap at all yet. Wondering what's going on there. Uh, well, as far as it's going, the Irish battle is being led by Tipsy Bob.
Justin is on a hot lap, I think.
Yeah, we're on board with Justin. Let's see what he can bring. You know, Danico and Justin only in P4 and P5 right now. And I feel this is a track where you want to start at the front. It's basically Monaco without walls. Well, the walls are there, but only 2 meters of
Purple
the track.
sector. First sector is purple for the Justin.
First purple sector indeed. And he needs to get a good lap out of here. Get it somewhere in front of Tino, behind Tino, at least somewhere on the first row, because that's where you want to be in order to get a good racer. You don't want to be in the middle of the pack, as I just said, because it's just no way passing easily here
Past
on
the
this
sector
track.
2.
He's going 1.5 tenths faster than his previous lap. That's not enough for P1, but it might be enough for a good improvement onto P2. Let's see what he can get out of this last sector. He's going through the beautiful Arie Luijendijk corner to see what he can get on this main straight. And it's a 1:10.3, and he's just a bit slower than Tino, but a really good lap, and he puts it in the second row. Red Bull's at front. Makender is not the second one, I believe he's just starting his hot lap. No, he's aborting his hot lap, not good enough.
So, according to the data we have right now, Danny can improve his time by almost 300ths of a second. So he can be up there with the top 2. According to the data we have, okay? And knowing how Danny drives.
Yeah, Danico is more of a race driver, I feel like, but this is not a track where you need to be a race driver. You need to be a good qualifier as well, really, on this track.
No, basically, this is where I disagree with you, because you may have a good quali, but the track has such a formation that you need a steady pace in the race, and a good pace in the race to get overtakes and be good and take the first place. Speaking from experience, that's why I'm saying it.
Oh, Tunari lost it here. Sorry to interrupt, but Tunari lost it at the second straight here. He just a little bit too eager on the throttle there and loses it. He can't improve his time yet, but he has time to go into the pits, get some new fresh tires, and set another lap, as he is having a good qualifying so far. Let's have a look with Danico. He is on his out lap and is looking to set another hot lap soon to challenge Justin and maybe even Tino here, because he wants to get in front of his arch rival Justin here. Let's see how he
started.
It's lovely through this Hugenholz corner. How you see everyone
nice
taking
steady,
different
very,
lives.
very steady from in the hairpin. I love the way he drives. Wish I could drive like that, but your limit is my limit is very low. So
well, the reason I'm commentating is because my limit is even lower. So
come on,
well,
don't go there, because if there was a fourth division in the SLR Championship, that improves, but not enough. I would be the last of the last. So
no, I would be, but I'm not driving, so that's your unluckiness here. Danico through his last sector, through his last corner. He keeps it low in the banking, opposite to what Justin does. Let's see what time it brings him. It brings him a 1:10.5, and that's not a good improvement at all. It's only a 10th, and he doesn't get ahead of a single one here. Now he has only time for one more lap, and he needs to get it really good to get a good qualifying. He's 3 positions behind Justin right now.
do we have anybody?
I
Do we have a
think
pit manager here in the chat to let us know if there's gonna be a rain in the race?
well, I don't think there's gonna be. I'm not telling you I'm sure. I just don't think there's gonna be rain.
I will pay whoever gives us the information.
Well, I would happily receive. Just kidding. I think Papa Dimitriou is the only one on a hot lap, but he's not improving. boosted messes. Let's see what he can get here. Maybe he can get a position, although he's not improving too much yet. Or is this...
Are we gonna have a speed lane penalty again today, like yesterday? A lot of people got the speed lane penalty.
Well, people like to spin, and people like to get penalties.
Because instead of most tracks that the limit is 80 kilometers per hour, this track has 60 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, you know what it is with those pit limits? Uh, Especially here. And it's the same in Baku, although, like, it's coming sooner, the pit entry, than you expect it to be. And you're driving on the main straight, so you're going full throttle, and you want to minimize the amount of time lost, you know, so it's really tough, but you don't want to brake too early, but since you have to brake from what is it, 250 kilometers per hour to 60,
From 80 to
you know, it's
60.
really tricky. Yeah, so it's really tricky. That's just a little bit of a train of weaving cars that are warming up behind him as he is trying to set his lap. Not
Okay,
yet.
Danny is going out for his last try.
Well, as he should go out. People are warming up their tires. Oh, what is wrong with Danny's battery? Benny's 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 battery? No, I'm just kidding. Danny's battery is not fully charged or something, or it's just a bug. I'm actually not sure anymore. It's Justin that will be the first one to set his last lap. His shout to get pole here, his shout to get in front of Danny, because maybe that's what matters more than pole here in Zandvoort. And in this rivalry this season we have, it's going on for races and races. And now it's Justin who want to get the edge. What's his first sector like? It's a half a tenth improvement. That's not bad at all. Maybe someone can get it under the 110s. I doubt it a little bit into the gravel there. That's not nice for your tires. Maybe you get a little bit of oversteer here, but he keeps it nice and clean here so far. Sweeping it right from right to the left to right and left here, because it's a little bit of a sweeping corners and I love it. But let's see what it can get for this last sector. It's a 1/10 improvement so far. Struggling through this last corner sector a little bit, I believe. A little bit on the curbs, as it's lagging a little bit as well, but he's getting through the Kuma corner onto the Arie Luijendijk corner, which is banked as we love it. Ades is at a 110.2, that's a great improvement, but Justin is right behind him. So another improvement, I believe, as well. It's a 110.2, but it's just behind Ades, and that's not what he wants. It's not pull for him, but it's Tino here right behind him. Danico is even more behind. But we're gonna have a look at Danico, because he's the driver that we need to have a look at right now.
He's improving by 0.120.
Yeah, we have still two sectors left for him to improve. It's a second sector which doesn't get a little big improvement. He needs way more than this. And maybe he can get it in the last sector. He's steering in early. Tino's is 110.0. That's a really fast lap, and that's assuming he will get pull with that. Really fast lap from him. Then he goes through the Arie Luijendijk corner. Let's see what he can do. It's a 110.3, it's improvement, but not an improvement in positions. He stays behind Makender, and this qualifying done, because Adesi already set a lap, and he's not improving either.
He missed a lot of time in the second sector. Danny.
Tino with a dominant qualifying. Adesi surprisingly on second. Good qualifying from him. Justin just a few hundreds behind him. And the Danico behind
information
Makender.
about Mipo. No pressure for him. Mom, dad, and grandparents are watching. So, really, no pressure on Mipo.
Well, pressure is something good, I think. Sometimes you need pressure, you know. If you're not some kind of if you have no nervosity, or I can't pronounce it in English, doesn't matter. I believe you're just not gonna get the best result you could get because like some kind of you should be a little bit nervous to get the best result because without
It
pressure,
depends on the
nervous.
driver. Others thrive under pressure, others don't.
Well, you should.
Some people need to have a clear head to focus on the race and not what's happening in front or behind them.
Damien says, is it just me that saw Wett's race? Okay, now this is getting interesting. We're loading in for the race,
We
and
don't have information.
oh, we have wet races.
Oh my god! I told you. I told you.
You did tell me, and that's interesting because now I'm actually not sure what kind of setups drivers choose. But I,
Okay, guys, I'm officially the bad person in the league, in the commentators.
well, we're enjoying this water park near the beaches of Sandford, and we're having a race. But maybe people are taking water
I
slides. We don't know.
I think it's a almost full wet race, or is my monitor doing things?
Yeah. We're waiting for players as we're getting a look at the start. It's Tino in P1 with Adesi right behind him. They're both and all on intermediates as that seemed the best conditions. It seems like Adesi got a pretty good start here. He's trying to get alongside but he can't. There's some switching in the back of the position but everyone keeps their positions. There's a Mercedes and Tunari diving at the inside. Aston Martin having a rough start. And Meeple all the way at the back. I don't know, maybe that's a little bit of glitch or something happened. I can't see at all. Oh, the switch of position. McKenna. Oh, someone is off
Oh!
track. It's a Red Bull off track. Justin is losing positions and he's battling with with Danico here already. And Justin is already overtaken by Danico, and that's not the start he wants in the bed. There's a lot of contact. Tunari getting chased by Meepo.
Oh!
He's not lost.
One
He's
Ferrari
seventh.
and one Alfa Romeo outside.
Oh, they lost the front wing. They're off at Skyflock. And
Meepo
yeah,
lost the
Crystal
front
lost his
wing.
end plate.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
Meepo
Meepo.
lost positions at front wing as well. Oh, after he got into P7 and didn't have a bad start at all.
10 second
10
exceeding
second
track limits.
penalty as well. And no front wing at all anymore. And he is now will be in
Oh, he's
last position.
leaving. He went
Just
outside the track and he smashed on the barrier. On the barrier.
yeah, everyone is on the intermediate tire. And Justin is right behind Danico. As some drivers, I don't know what happened to Justin. He just didn't have the traction, I believe, through the first corner. Tino is still in P1 with Hades is still behind. Oh, Danico goes wide there. There's a little bit of an opportunity for Justin, but he gets a little bit on the curve, which means he got no good traction out of there. In the meantime, Fox and Papa Dimitriou are battling. Ocean Chief right behind him with another Irishman or Northern Irishman. No, wait. Ocean Chief was Irish, but he is trying to overtake Crawley here. As Crawley is sticking it in front so far. Let's see if some fighting can happen here. Maybe you can put it alongside at Skyflock, although that's a little bit risky, isn't it?
What in my monitor, what I see is almost full wet conditions. Almost full wet. That's why we have a lot of people wobbling in the rear end.
Yeah, you see a lot of people struggling to get the rear end at the right position on track, basically. You want to keep it on track because with Meepo had another crash and he's round here at Skyflock. It seemed like it was contact between him and Crystals. After Meepo switched his front wing, he didn't lose it, but he lost the position again and he lost loads of time. And now he's definitely gonna need a safety car to get back into this race. McKenna in the meantime really chasing Adesi. He wants to get a second position off his hands.
Safety car. Now we need a safety car, says in the chat.
Yeah, surely he, Meepo needs a safety car, because otherwise his race is gonna be really tough. Although don't throw that away just yet, because it's 36 laps, 33 laps to go, and a lot can happen in all those laps. It's chaos certainty, almost. Oh, Justin almost kissing the back of Danico, as he would rather not, but he's trying for the move here, and he's giving it the inside because Danico leaves too much space there. But the outside leaves more traction for Danico. Now Justin is leaving some of his ERS, not using it, and he's still behind because Danico gave the inside away. But because of that, he got a traction, and the traction was all he needed to get stay in P4. As there are yellow flags. Oh, and it's Crystals, the Fedefara, also known as, or Italian man, that doesn't find this ascent for track too nice yet because he lost his front wing once again. Makender in the meantime getting closer and closer to Adesi.
We see Tino having a gap of 1 second, and Danny is taking his time. He's staying back, but he has almost full ERS. He's not using almost nothing.
Papa Dimitriou just lost 2 places. I don't know why, because his front wing seems intact. Sorry to miss out on that one. I was just drinking something because my throat was getting a little bit dry. And this battle between Danico just seems to have more pace, but he needs track position. That's more important than pace right now. Danico is losing big time to Makender and Adesi already, but at least he's getting the position ahead of Justin, and that's all what matters to him right now, because that's way more important than getting this race win here. Or the race win would be more important, but since he's not in the position, track position opposite to Justin is way more important. When Tipsy Bob and Boosted Mess are fighting, Boosted Mess is gaining 2 positions in just a lap time, getting into P11, starting from the back of the grid, almost into the points, although it's a big gap to Ocean Chief here.
Justin is using his ERS just to keep up with Danny. Danny has 95% and only 60%
Boosted Mess retired just as we switch away from him. He retires. What happened?
You jinxed him. You jinxed him.
I jinxed him. I'm sorry, this is my fault. He just spun into the wall there. Probably steering a bit to the right to get a bit more of a wide entry there. And just steering a little bit too much to the right, it causes you to spin there. And that's a retirement for him. He lost his wheel, I believe. Really unfortunate, and we only have 15 drivers on this track. And it seems like really is something you don't want to be proud about, but we just started with 60, so that's maybe something you can be a little bit relieved
We
about.
don't have a safety car.
No, we don't. We don't indeed. Oh, but Justin has a good exit here, using ERS. But now Danico needs to get to use some as well. Justin is trying to get... Oh, he's going for deep dive, but it's just too far back there. He won't be able to make the move there. He's trying to make moves, but he doesn't make it work, because Danico is giving away sometimes the position to just get it back at their exit here. You see it, they drive different lines, but Danico is getting the better exits all the time. Tunari in the meantime
his car well to close the doors.
Tunari in the meantime getting closer and closer to them. Maybe in the Dutch we have this saying, I don't know if it's an English saying, it's probably not, where 2 fight about a bone, the third walks away with it. That's a Dutch saying, and it rhymes in the Dutch, but it doesn't in English, so it doesn't make sense probably, but
yeah, we have
it's not bone, but
here in Greece. When there is a fast, the wolf is the one that's happy.
Yeah. But it basically means that where the 2 are fighting, the third just will snap away with the win over it. And the third in this situation is Tunari. But the one trying to get away with it is Justin, because he's really getting close, but he got a little bit in touch with the wall, and that caused him to lack a little bit of his entry. He's not going for the move here. Rather than that, he's trying to get a better exit out of this time. And it seems like it goes so slow because it's raining. But there's no way for Justin to move it alongside somewhere here. He tries to here, but surely Danico has a better exit, and he's Bex is almost moving away from him by Justin, but it doesn't. And they both keep it in the same spot as it did for the last couple of 6 laps.
As you can see, the ERS of Justin is almost 40%, and Danny has
Oh, there goes Justin! He
75.
went for the move, and now Danny goes around the outside again. Maybe using the speed here again, but now Justin has the outside for once. Maybe he can use it. Oh, but he almost loses it, and he doesn't get his position there. He's still in P5, but now Tunari is right on his back. Can he make an advantage out of it? But he can't. He's still behind Justin. But Justin, again aggressive there, trying to overtake, but it doesn't work out for him. And now Danico still is in front. Somehow. He got the good position, but he just wanted to get too early on the throttle, and because of that he lost it.
I don't think Dan is happy with his placement right now. He needs points to improve his position in the championship.
Well, you also don't want to take too much, you know. You can't think, okay, maybe this is just not my track, not my best track, so it's just all about damage control and getting P4, but leaving Justin on P5 could be a perfect situation for Danico, because it's just a perfect way to get some damage control here, because Justin clearly seems to be faster than Danico. Danico is losing a lot of time fighting this battle, but there's just no way for Justin to pass.
Now we know why Dan is losing up to the front guys, because we have information from the chat that says he has yellow left-handed blade damage from lap 1.
I can't remember that contact in lap 1, to be honest. Maybe we did see it, but I can't remember it. But that explains some of it indeed. Although I don't feel like, maybe your experience could tell me more about it. I don't feel like a yellow front wing plate does justify this amount of time loss. But that's just me. I think it's more than only that, but maybe I'm a little bit rude to say. I don't know.
Got hit by Justin on his rejoin through the bank turn 4.
Interesting. Though we have to see, he's still
the correspondence from the chat. That's why we know things like that.
Good thing we know that, because now we know, and now we can use this information to just tell you again. It is fighting here, 2/2 Crawley, aka Papa Dimitriou, and there's a yellow flag for who? It's Crystals. It's the lap car. He's rejoining the track. Oh, he's getting a little bit in the way.
You shouldn't have done this. You should let them pass, then rejoin the track.
Yeah, surely. I believe as well.
So basically, what you said, Dan is doing damage control, because if he is having an issue with the end blades, then he has to wait until he pits for the new intermediates or wets, and depending on the weather.
Now he's not only figuratively doing damage control, he's literally doing damage control indeed. Justin still trying to pass him. Justin still trying to get closer. Crystals retires. Unfortunate,
Yeah,
but not unexpected.
The only problem is that you don't get additional damage with the new cars. That's the problem.
It's really annoying we can't see it, because we literally can't see it. Oh, Justin lost it almost again there at the Huguenot's corner. He's getting closer and closer again. Now he just needs to get a clean exit, because every time Justin tries to overtake at a corner, he struggles to get a clean exit and so overtake him. But now he's too far behind because he's playing his exit too safely. I can't overtake him because of playing too safe. It's just, he can't find it in between. He can't find his confidence here right now. He's really struggling to get past Danico.
I believe about lap 16, Danny will go for a new set of intermediates, so he will have his front wing replaced.
Beautiful fighting between Tipsy Bob and Tooch. Tooch overtakes him again around the outside. It's Tipsy Bob in P12, Tooch in P11. Beautiful fighting. I love this drone view. For the sake of this drone view, I just want to keep it on the screen because it's beautiful. It's so satisfying to watch, isn't it, guys? And ladies. And whatever in between, it's all good nowadays. Not getting political. Let's get back on Danico and Justin, as they're still fighting.
Yeah, I don't think Justin's gonna attempt anything. He will just wait for Danny to pit. I think.
Well, don't let him pit.
So he will have a clear track in front of him and go as fast as he wants.
Yeah, that's definitely a place he will have, which will be good for him. Meepo is going into the pit after 9 laps.
Yeah, that's why I said about lap 16. He's gonna go for a new set of inters.
Oh, Danico is going into the pit right now. And he sure is gonna put on new inters, because we see Tino improving lap by lap, getting better tires, and Danico is going on to the inters.
Yes, he has damage. He's replacing the front wing.
Okay, so he just wants to fix it early because he thinks he can't uphold this for the whole race to get in front of, stay in front of Justin with this. So he's just gonna take the initiative, and I really like that confidence to take the initiative here. Okay, I'm gonna change my front wing and I'm gonna fight my way back, no matter what, because this ain't working out for the whole race. I really like that move. And I really hope to see how that I really am curious to see how that pans out.
Okay, now we'll see if he's gonna close the gap. He's already closing a gap from Fox. Almost gained 3/10 of the second in the first sector.
Yeah.
Now he's more confident on the car.
He should, of course, also close into those drivers. It's nothing personal, but he is improving as he should. Like that's what I mean. And after that, he needs to pass those drivers really quickly if he gets close to them, to get the advantage and get a fast track time with his new front wing, and then maybe get onto drivers like Copy, Tunari, Justin. Then he's gonna be challenged again. The thing is, he didn't lose a lot of time to Justin because Justin got uphold by Danico himself. So it's a good shout for him. And the new tires work out really good pace-wise for Danico, it seems. Let's see if he can compete with the fast lap times of Tino.
In one lap, he gained 1 second. I think he should use a little bit more of ERS just to be the safe side of things.
Yeah, it's still Makender closely following.
Kitsune says strategy level 100.
Yeah, we're gonna see how that works out. Maybe Ocean Chief is willing to help Tipsy Bob, although I doubt it. The Irish fellow, the Northern Irish to Irish battle.
Purple yellow, second sector for Danny.
Ooh, interesting to see. And good to see for him. Less good to see for Justin. The sun is...
Fastest
Oh, and
lap,
he's setting
right?
the
Told you.
fastest lap. He's having free space and he's even driving fast on Tino. And now it's Two's getting the move past Ocean Chief. But Ocean Chief is not letting it go so far. Ah, he is. And Two's making the move into P10. Both the Irish drivers, Northern Irish, I don't care. I don't. Out of the points, unfortunately for them. Beautiful work from both these drivers. So now we're getting closer to Justin
now
as well.
the new winters that Danny is wearing, they are up to temperature, so we'll see how fast he will go. He's going for a second fastest lap.
Yeah, he's really improving fast. Interesting to see. Justin, since Danico moved out of the way of Justin, Justin is not getting closer to McKender at all. He got everything out of his tires already in those laps he chased behind Danico, and so he can't get really closer at all, and he's still tonight right at his back. As Danico's getting faster and faster lap times, so the disadvantage that Danico had with changing his front wing, which cost him time, almost goes away now, because Danico's just driving way faster than Justin. So
He's
I
driving
don't want
faster
to.
than Tino.
So I don't want to tell you Justin is kind of locked in, but Danico kind of said him checkmate.
Oh my god. Purple first sector for Danny.
Yeah, he seems to like the improvement on his time. Really seems to like it. Let's see. Makender is getting closer a little bit. Not close enough. And he's using his ERS as is Adesi. But Adesi keeps it in front. And it's just because the DRS is on, because we have rain on the track. On this beautiful beaches. Copy goes into the pit. Interesting after 16 laps.
Purple sector 2 for Danny. I think he's going for another fastest lap.
Yeah, he will set a fast lap, that's for sure. He's improving a lot, and it's 120.3 here.
He's gonna overtake Copy, yes.
There's not a close battle going on anywhere on track, to be honest. Only Makender and Adesi, but it's not quite a battle, they're just really close to each other.
So if we say that we have a 20 to 22 seconds pit lane, let me grab some numbers right here.
Well, I think it's not even 22 seconds. I think it's even less.
20
The time you
to
lose.
22.
No, I think it's less. It's a really, I think it's the shortest pit lane in time you lose. So
But you have
the thing is
the
making.
hairpin at the exit. You have the hairpin at the exit. You go in fast, but you get out slow.
Yeah, but it's really short. So like you don't lose a lot of time because there's not a lot of you're not driving 60 kilometers per hour for a long length, right? In some laps you really have a long like Silverstone. It's a really long pit lane. You have to drive slow, 60 the pit limiter speed for a really long period. And here it's really short. So the thing is, a two-stop strategy to get more time out of your tires, better lap times, is more justifiable here, because you just lose less time in the pit stop. Now Ocean Chief on older tires is right behind Fox, but his fresh tires should work soon. So I doubt Ocean Chief can and even will try to overtake. So everyone is just settling in the positions and there's no real fighting going on track, although there is on the leaderboard, the scoreboard, the time board, whatever you want to say, because just into Danico. That's really the only battle we've seen in this whole race, and it's still really exciting. Because if Danico will make it to the end of the tires, it's gonna be really tough to get his tire to the end. This intermediates
We
with
don't
good
know
lap
the
times.
degradation that they have,
Well,
but that's the
at
problem.
at least he won't have the best lap times the last lap, because his laps will be way older than just his tires will be. I think.
Danny steadily but surely they closes the gap with Eagle Ghost.
Yeah, surely but slowly he's indeed closing the gap. But even if he's getting a pause, Eagle goes, it's still 11 seconds to Tanari. Tipsy Bob is going into the pit, also switching to intermediates. We see a bit of a dry line forming, although it's still raining. But the heat of the tire just gives you the heat of the cars and tires especially gives you just a little bit of a dry lane, but not dry enough, not dry at all, but just a little bit drier than the places you don't drive, I would say.
At least the rain is not getting worse, so you have to bid for the wets.
Well, if you are from a driver perspective, maybe you would say that. From a viewer's perspective, I would say give us more rain or less, like let it dry up, or give us more so we need to get full wets, you know, because it's just more exciting, more trouble. I like it. It's as easy as that for me. From a driver's
Don't
perspective,
say that and starts raining right now because we are gonna get cursed. They're gonna curse us.
well, I'm not gonna be cursed because I'm not driving, so I have a fortunate position there.
Dan is down to 7.6 from Eagle Ghost. Just a couple of laps.
Yeah, and his tires are definitely degrading from Eagle Ghost. Unfortunately for him. In P6, really surprisingly having a good race, Eagle Ghost. Better than his teammate Ocean Chief. Well, at least we have some kind of Dutch pride here with Eagle Ghost. In Belgium, it's basically Dutch.
Welcome, Winnie. Danny is determined to go for the first place.
Lovely to see how Adesi is getting closer, or Makender is getting close to Adesi. Trying to make an overtake somewhere. In the braking zones he's getting closer. But he just can't make an overtake here. And it's Meepo that retires. And that's unfortunate for him.
Full safety car! Oh my
Safety
god!
car. Oh, that's not fortunate for Danico. But it is fortunate for all the drivers that are in 6th to 1st position. And Tooch and Ocean Chief and Papa Dimitriou. Because they have a perfect place to go in for a pit stop now without losing too much time. But Papa Dimitriou doesn't choose for the pit. Tino does go into the pit.
Okay,
Tino does get into the pit.
I
Adesi
would say
will.
something that
Makender will.
a lot of you will say that I'm nuts because if I was in Danny's place, I would go for the press inters.
For the what? If you
New set
weren't.
of inters.
Oh, fresh inter. Sorry. Interesting. Why do you think so?
Because I will have the performance of the press inters and I will have the position.
Yeah, but he doesn't choose to do so. He stays out, chooses track position, but he only gains one because Tunari is still in front of him. But
Tonali has a penalty.
Oh, Tsunari has a penalty indeed. We missed out on that. What kind of penalty does he have? Let's see. Oh,
Let me check it out.
3 seconds, just track limits then. It's unfortunate for him. That's not good at all for him. It's not a usual track to get a lot of track limits, especially not in the rain, because you really want to keep your car on track. But hey, he got a time penalty. Unfortunate for him.
So, the race starts again with fully RS, new set of tires, and only 16 laps to go.
Well, then he must be confident then that he can finish this race on this tire. Otherwise he would have gone for the pit right now, right?
Thing is, can the tires give him the performance that he needs in order to overtake Justin? Because he is the main rival in the championship.
Well, I doubt it, because his tires are just older, so they won't have the performance new tires would. That's the whole thing, right? So the better option would be for him to go for new tires indeed, I believe. But that's a bit too late now. He would have kept track position as well if he just pitted earlier. He would only lose in position to Eagle Ghost, I believe. So it's a bit of a weird choice, maybe indeed, to not go into the pits for new inters.
That's why I said it. He would have the same tires as the others, and only losing one position from Eagle. I don't think that Eagle Ghost would stay in fight with Danny, knowing he's going after the championship. The large penalty was in pit entry. Could be removed. If it was a pit entry, speeding in the pit lane would
Yeah,
have
but
been
that
7
would be
seconds,
5.
5 seconds.
But yeah,
If it
so
was
I don't know.
speeding, it would be 5 seconds, not 3.
We will, well, we don't have to see. The stewards will have to see after the race. Fortunately, I'm not a steward because that's one hell of a job to do. Really not a job I
Good thing
prefer
I'm
to
not.
do.
Good thing I'm not.
Good thing we're both not. You know, especially if I was a steward, the first race I would bet was Monaco. The the
So,
safety car just probably stays out for one more lap. Go on, tell what you have to say.
we have Papadimitriou at the very back. Will he have the time to close the gap?
Interesting, probably. Or maybe not. We will see. Oh, interesting to see the 11 and 12 spot, both of the Irish drivers. The Northern Irish and the Irish. And the Northern Irish and the Irish. In P11 and P12. I don't want to say meaningless positions, because it's almost points. But if you stay there, it's basically not something that's meaningful, right? You want to get a P10 position here to get a point. And Tipsy Bob wants to get P10 ahead of Ocean Chief to get more points than Ocean Chief.
Gamer says it was a track limit penalty. Only touched the white line at the pit entry. Probably the penalty will be removed. We'll see about that. Right now,
Well,
let's see if the safety car goes in this lap.
they're really
I think it
strict at
will.
the pit lanes.
Yes.
It will go in indeed, but they're really strict at penalties for the pit crossing the white line. Oh, there's contact between Fox and Eagle Ghost. Well, maybe Fox shouldn't just get next to Eagle Ghost there. They don't have time penalties, fortunately, for that incident, but it was contact. And let's see, we have to have a look at Tino, as he is the man, choosing when to drive again. Well, Tipsy just wants to be chief. it's not even about the points. Now, well, then there are bit different ways to beat him. Like off track, on track, beating with a hand, beating him on track position, you know, beating him off the track, literally. Oh, there's a driver going off. It's Danico. He's losing a position there. He went off track there somehow. He can regain the position though, it seems like. A bit weird, but Tino
Go, go, go,
restarts.
go, go! We started.
And it's getting Justin with a really good start here, restart. He's getting next to McKenna. Maybe he can try for the overtake, although he has the outside. Then he goes fighting with Fox. He's in 8th position now. He regains 7th. Now he's right behind Eagle Ghost. And the Eagle Ghost is already a gap to Tunari. This is not a position Danico wants to put himself in with the already 12 laps old intermediates. Oh, Eagle Ghost goes off track into the grass. Trying to make space maybe, I'm not sure. But it's definitely a bit of a danger. And it's another AlphaTauri out. He lost his front wing. Oh, but Tipsy Bob lost front wing as well. His complete front wing. Well, Tipsy Bob didn't beat Ocean Chief off the track. But maybe someone else. Literally. That's unfortunate for all of them. And now Ocean Chief definitely gets the upper hand of them. For the time being. As far as it seems. He will get the edge over them. Two's getting close to Copy. Eagle goes still close to Fox. Danico forming a gap to Fox. He closed the gap to Tunari. Wants to overtake Tunari to get it closer to Justin again. Who is 16th ahead of Tunari. It's a battle. We hope will continue. And definitely will get closer as it stays like this. There's a little bit of gaps forming. But Danico is fighting to get his car in the best possible position, fighting to get the best possible exit, as Tipsy Bob is going for the mediums. What are you doing, my friend? Ah, you have drunk some Irish coffee again, haven't you? Too much, mate. Yeah, he
Maybe
drank too much
he didn't have another set
Irish
of
coffee.
liters.
Well,
It
then
would be
just
much
put
better
all
to
old
go on the
inters.
wets.
It's definitely not medium position yet. Oh, there goes Papa Dimitrio. Ah, he goes indeed, but almost into the wall and not past Tipsy Bob. Now he goes past Tipsy Bob. Interesting. Interesting strategy, Tipsy Bob. Maybe don't drink Irish coffee before the race. That would help you. Makender takes the fastest lap here. Maybe a bit surprisingly, him being in 3rd position. Well, getting fastest lap while in 3rd position. That's a surprising bit there.
Then he should have beaten, honestly.
Yeah, I believe so indeed. But it doesn't matter now. We don't need to get his old cows out of the water, you know. Beautiful Dutch saying. I love it to use in English when it's not right. It's amazing. Doesn't make any sense. You know, as Meepo would say right now in Dutch, it walks completely in the soup, and it's amazing. Copy getting closer, trying to make a move on Eagle Ghost here. Trying to get into 8th position, maybe. But he gets a better, less good exit than Eagle Ghost, and doesn't get a position.
Dodge and Gobi are fighting.
Yeah, Copy is fighting with Touch, Touche, Tuge. I don't know
They
how
have
to pronounce
to
it.
let us know how to pronounce the names.
Yeah, definitely. I can pronounce them all really Dutch, but we won't do that. No, we won't.
Dan is having a hard time keeping up. He's using up his ERS.
Yeah, because his tires are like okay, I want to find a nice synonym, but I couldn't. So okay, his tires are just like someone's grandpa old. Nice fun joke. Tipsy Bob's mediums aren't working out yet. I wonder how. No, he just wanted to be a Viking again. He wanted to drive a drive. He wanted to be in a boat around the Dutch. You know, I always say when the British were part of the United Kingdom, like the boat fight, the boat fights, whatever. All the battles between Michiel de Ruiter were won by Michiel de Ruiter. So better just keep it on track and don't go into the boat when you're fighting the Netherlands. That's just what I wanted to say. We're the best at fighting the water, not the Irish. Nice story. Yeah, we will call him son now. Papa Dimitriou.
At least this one is an easy name. Papa Dimitriou.
Oh, Eagle goes his round. He spun at the Huguenots corner. Turns it around
Safety
again.
car.
No. All his tentacles are still intact. Tentacles. Okay. I've maybe made it weird. There's another close battle going on at the moment.
Justin is losing from the time. He's up to almost 2 seconds.
It doesn't seem like he is in for a podium today. And that's unfortunate for him. But less unfortunate for Danico. I will have a look.
If you have the drivers' championship, can you do the calculations how the championship will be if they finish like this?
Danico would get 8 points right now, and Justin would get 12, right? Yeah, so it would be even if it stays like this. I'm
And we have
I'm not
two
joking.
races or 4 or 3.
After this, we only have 2 races left. We only have 2 races left, and right now it would be even.
It's gonna be a big drama until the end.
Yeah, definitely. Tooch is keeping close to Copy though. Copy. Oh, it's Fox! Yeah, it's Fox into the wall. He went way too much to the right and then he's in the wall. I completely just missed out on it because I didn't assume you could go into the wall there. By accident. You know, maybe on purpose you could, but by accident. Weird to see Fox go into the wall there, and that's P7 for Copy and P8 for Tooch, and the fastest lap for Tino.
Then he's out of the others.
Well, I don't know Kitsu, but wasn't it International Chardonnay Day yesterday? I think it was. Fox into the pits, by the way.
He goes for mediums? Oh, come on, guys. You're trolling us.
Well, I don't know
At
where
least
Fox
get
is
a wet
from.
set of tires.
I don't know where Fox is from, but maybe he's having a sleepover with Bob and drank some Irish coffee with him. Because they're both getting the wrong fight against the Dutch on the water. I'm sorry for this.
It's not for slick tires, whatever they say.
No, I'm not sure. No, but it's not about wine day, Kitsune. It's like I thought yesterday was just the International Chardonnay Day. But I thought it was. Someone told me. I'm not sure.
Do we
So
have an
in
international beer day?
yeah, surely we do. But in protest of that, I drank some Austrian wine, Grüne Veltliner, also not bad. You
Okay.
know, just to protest against all the French wines because they're overrated. Okay, now I've made someone. Okay, no, no. French wine is great, but I love my Italian and Austrian wines as well.
Okay, you will drink your wines, I will drink my beers.
Yeah, I like Weissbier. Say sure.
Oh, that is closing up.
Yeah, Danico is closing the gap somehow. And Adesi is closing the gap to Tino as well in a bit. Tipsy doesn't drink alcohol. Well, his tire choice make us seem otherwise, but okay. Interesting to know, thank you. Danico using the arrest to get closer to Tunari. Wanna get a bit more to racing again. As is Fox again, choosing the wrong tire. So this spin is because of it. And
Safety
safety
car!
car! We're gonna
Safety
get a
car!
sprint. Safety car
Okay,
again. Now we have the
okay.
time to talk about the wines. You need to Google it if it's if it was Chardonnay day yesterday, because I believe
And
it was.
disqualifying.
Yeah, I agree on that. Although I haven't been on the Australian wines. I don't know. You shouldn't drink Dutch wine though. I don't do as well. It's bad. Just I don't know, but it should be bad. So I'm just assuming it's bad.
It's only you haven't drank Greek wine. That's why you're saying that.
What?
It says Australia, Chile, and South Africa do some good wines,
Yeah.
but he hasn't tasted the Greek wines.
No, you know the thing is, in the we have some Greek restaurants here, right, in the Netherlands. I assume they're not as good as in Greece because why would they? But I've never eaten any Greek food. I'm like I don't say I'm not a fan or I am a fan because I surely don't know. You know, I've tasted a lot of food, but not Greek food. So I need to go a week to Greece or something to experience the Greece kitchen. But because some people really like Greek food here. Tino and Adesi are getting the medium and soft tires on. I'm absolutely missing out on this because we're talking about wines, which is a really good conversation. But we need to get our heads onto the race because people are choosing for the dry tires, while Jeff just didn't tell you to do so. So why are you doing it?
I don't know.
Jude
Basically,
took the gamble.
we don't know what Jeff is saying. That's the problem.
No, if Jeff told this, Jeff is a mistake.
Jeff is always a mistake. That's the problem.
What is happening here?
And
What is
now
his
look,
tire choice? Well,
Toots is within this. Tino with mediums, Adesi with softs, Makender, Tunari with mediums, Justin with softs, Eagle Ghost with hinders, and Danny with softs. It's gonna be a carnage, trust me. And in the next lap, safety car will be in no matter what.
I think it will be around 3 laps. So we will have 3 more laps for racing or something like that. But I don't think the track is gonna be dry enough that soon. I don't think it will be
I
dry
don't
enough.
know what dreams they show in going for the softs.
No, they're crazy, right? They're absolutely crazy. What is Tucci? Tino
Of
goes into
course
the
they
pit again.
exist, and
Tino goes into the pit again. And Tucci has a time penalty though. He's going for another set of medium tires. What is his
Danny goes
strategy?
too.
He goes for the he goes back to the Inters.
I don't know why
And
they're
then he
doing
goes
that.
back to the Inters. What's happening here?
I
And
think
Danico is in front of Justin right now. What's actually happening here? If someone can inform us, I would lovely hear so, because I'm absolutely confused. Tino had medium tires, switches to new
maybe
tires, medium
they
tires.
couldn't
Then,
choose fresh inters. Maybe they couldn't choose fresh inters. That's why they did the whole lap with the softs, and now they go for the inters. That's my. This is the only logical explanation I can give you.
but they have fresh inters now, so that doesn't make any
Probably
sense. No, but
because they
then,
say zero laps.
yeah, so they're fresh, so that doesn't make any sense now. I'm absolutely confused.
My best guess is safety car
Safety
in
car
this
in.
lap. So my best guess is that they couldn't select fresh inters, a new set of inters from the menu, so they had to put on
Yeah, I'm
softs or
confused.
mediums and then select the new set of inters.
Yeah, but
This is what I can think of.
they shouldn't switch away from the Inters at all. Like, everyone in the top 9 can win this race now, because they've absolutely, like, what did they do? We need to have a look at the front, because they're racing again. Tooch is having a great restart. Adesi is on the soft tires, same with McKenna, so that's a bad choice. They don't have a good start. Let's see what Eagle Ghost can do behind.
Danny, Danny on the outside is overtaking Tino.
Yeah, because
Same
Tino
as
is on the wrong tires. Tino is off. He is in the gravel at the Tarzan bocht. He is he's I don't want to say he's at the back, because they still in front of the
oh my
Irish
God.
drivers.
Whoa!
I'm missing out on it. I'm sorry for you, absolutely. But then he goes in P4, Justin in P5. It's a tense battle here. There's a lot going on. Ego goes is in P3 with Adesi right in front of the soft tires. He's struggling. He's soon to be overtaken by many drivers. Then he go into
That is.
P3.
Oh my
Where is he
God.
gonna move here? It's absolutely madness, on track, off track here. It doesn't matter. It's just madness. Then he tries to go around the outside here of Adesi, and
Oh
now it's a
my God.
5-second gap to Tooch, who is also on the intermediate tires. But what is his
But
time penalty?
it's waiting.
3
And he has a
seconds.
penalty.
It's 1.5 seconds for Danico to improve here, to get a race win here suddenly. With Justin right behind him chasing for the race win as well. It's absolutely madness here around these last laps, because everyone did some weird strategy setups apart from Tooch, but he has a time penalty he needs to work with. So he is certain of the win as well. He needs to keep this 1.5 second gap to Danico. But it's gonna be really tough. Danico is gonna use everything he's got here to close 1.5 second here to get the race win. Oh, it's absolutely madness. Oh, Justin struggles in getting into the grass, but he keeps it on track. It's 1.2 seconds to overtake for Danico to get the race win here. Ooh, this is absolutely madness, guys. It's Jeff with some bad strategy calls. It's Toots just being normal and staying on the tires, and the Eagle goes, they are in P1 and P4 because of that right now. But Toots still needs to keep this 9-10
1
second
second.
gap. But he's not gonna be close enough, Danico. He needs to get 9-10s in this last sector. He ain't gonna get it. He's not gonna get a race win here. What is happening here? It's Tooch getting onto the main straight out of the Harry Lyondijk corner. And Tooch is getting a win here at Zandvoort. It's absolutely crazy, because Danico, there's no way he's closing this gap. He is P2, extending his lead to Justin with another 3 points, making it 7 lead gap points. Eagle Ghost just misses out on the podium in P4 because he made the right strategy call. Adesi on the softs in P5, Crawley in P6, Copy P7, Tunari P8. McKenna, what is he doing? He is leaving Ocean Chief a point. Ocean Chief in P10. Gypsy Bob Noid points. What is happening, guys? Tooch just won the race on his debut. What an amazing race! He just made the best strategy call.
I want somebody from the top three to tell me if there was a bug with the intermediate tires. Because
What
pitting
happened?
two tires to get a fresh hitter, it's not logical.
Oh, wait. What happened here? Dudes all race long, being in the middle of the pack. And at the end, just because he didn't pit, because he just kept those inter tires on like everyone else should have done. He is the race winner today. Despite his time penalty. What an amazing job from him.
Okay, we need.
Absolutely mad.
Danny is not gonna come for interview. We know that. Papa Dimitriou P6. Just saying, eh?
Well,
From
is he? Wait,
P15.
you should know. Is he actually Greek?
Of course he's Greek.
Yeah, so like it's a Greek name, but I wasn't sure. But he's Greek.
Greek.
Yeah, okay, so he's like you, Greek.
Yep.
Okay,
He's
now I know.
Sunaki.
So now I can just say Papa Dimitriou, like just saying like it's Papa Dimitriou and not thinking, oh, it's not Papa Dimitriou. Amazing
Dimitriou.
conversation.
Iu. You pronounce the Iu. Papa Dimitriou.
Okay. Well, I shouldn't pronounce it at all then. Let's see. Do we get some people for the interviews? That's the question.
Dan is too shy to come and give us an interview. I don't know about Tonari. I'm hoping he will come and give us some explanations about what happened with the pit lanes. Or we can get somebody else who had the same issue. Because a lot of people did the same thing, as you recall.
Well, we have a point winner here.
Yeah, we have
Ocean
James.
Chief, welcome.
Hey,
You got a
hey,
point. I saw.
I think I
Hard
think I
fought,
got
of course.
P9.
Yeah, hard fought. There was no one that gave you the point. No one waiting on the finish line. You just fought it, and at the end, you overtook someone. I saw.
Yeah, I don't know, Vikander, Tino, they were on those mediums and I was on inters. I was pushing like all hell. I made the mistake of pitting on that last safety car. And as you
Everyone
saw,
did.
everybody else, yeah, everybody else, like everybody went back in the next lap because they're like, nope, this is not going to be fun. So I did the same. I went on to mediums and I went on to inters again. And I think like if I hadn't have pitted, I was ahead of Eagle when I went into the pits. So I don't know. I could have been like up there, P4, P5 maybe, if I hadn't have pitted. But I was sure it was going to dry. The weather report said the two slots at the end were dry, and I was like, it's a safety car. But yeah, as soon as I went out there in those mediums, it was just total, yeah, no grip at all, just sliding everywhere.
So,
Yeah,
so
but
there was not a bug that I was thinking that you couldn't choose a fresh intermediate compound.
No, it was actually, yeah, that was just stupidity on my behalf.
but why did everyone make this call to go onto the dry tires? Because it wasn't raining, but the track was still clearly very wet, right?
Yeah, I think it's because the weather report said those two slots at the end would be dry, and then with a safety car it might extend it a wee bit. And then we thought, and it was starting to get dry as the safety car came out. So I think everybody was thinking, by the time the safety car goes back in, it will be dry. But we quickly realized that, yeah, it's going to take a while for the track to dry out, and even if you're on, I don't know, even the soft runners, I don't think they were getting too much grip out of the tire either. So. Yeah, I think everybody realized quite quickly that they're just going to get lynched if they didn't go for enters.
Yeah. Well, at the end, staying on the inters worked out great because Tooch got P1 because of it, and Eagle Ghost got P4 because of it. So, but you still got a point, extending your well. I say Eagle Ghost and the two stood out on the inters, but Tipsy Bob did as well. But okay, no offense. But Well, the thing was, if you would have stood out on the Inters, it would be maybe a better call. But you still got a point and extending your lead to Tipsy Bob by 1 point, right? You got 10th,
Yeah.
right?
Whenever I crossed the line, it said I got a 20-second penalty for passing under the yellow, but I'd actually passed. Tino slowed down before the line. I was like catching him on the last lap. He was about 2 seconds ahead coming out of the final corner, and then he slowed down. I don't know if he ran out of fuel, but McKender as well. He was at the side of the road, very slow, and I think I passed both of them as I crossed the line. But then it gave me a 20-second penalty for whatever reason, so I'm gonna get that removed. I think I actually got P9 in the end, so it's 2 points, I
Oh
think.
yeah, it says indeed, like it says you're in 11th position because of a 20-second time penalty or something like it. Yeah, but
But
okay.
I think I was getting yellow flags because McKender had slowed down on the start finish
Yeah.
straight on that final lap, and as I passed the line, obviously I'm going to pass him, and when I passed him, it just immediately gave me that 20 seconds crossing the line. So I'm definitely going to contest it. So I think if you take that off, I will be just ahead of McKender, so P9 then.
Well, interesting. Well,
But big, I want to give a shout out to my teammate Eagle Goose. He had absolutely rapid pace today, and
yeah.
it paid off in the end there with a P4. So good job to him. He did have an incident early in the race with I think it was either Fox or Copy, and he was behind me. And this is before the final safety car thing played out. He was actually behind me. I said I'm going to pit for
hmm
mediums, and he was like, I'm going to stay out a lap longer. And as I came out of mediums, I'm just telling him, look, these mediums are trash, so he stays out. So a bit of teamwork there, and we both get points, which is great.
Indeed. But talking about it, I think thank you a lot for the time because we're gonna make a bridge. Instead of talking to about Eagle Ghost, we should talk with him. But you got
Yeah,
a point, so that's great. Like I think
2 points,
as well were the
2 points.
opportunities this race, right? Or I assume you got the point. But let's see what the FIA says. But good luck next
Yeah,
week. Oh
I think
yeah.
it's actually P9, so it should be 2 points. But yeah, I appreciate it, and I didn't expect any points today, so any points will do. And yeah, I will speak to you soon, guys. Good job.
hmm Well,
Thank you for stopping by, mate.
he is already gone, but we will get Eagle Ghost in. Eagle Ghost, welcome, getting fourth position. What a great job, man. Why did you choose to stay on the Interstellars? You were one of the three guys that decided to do so.
Yeah, thank you. I was a bit lucky because Ocean Chief was in front of me, and we both thought about pitting for the mediums, for the softs, because yeah, we thought it would dry up. It was already not raining anymore for some couple of laps, but then Ocean Chief pitted, but I was very close to him, so I said like, yeah, I'll pit next lap because otherwise we'll be stacked. And I was not very sure because the track seemed pretty wet still. And then when he went out of the pits, I heard from him it was too slippery to pit, so I just stayed out. And then yeah, the other laps coming in the safety under the safety car, it was drying up more and more. So I was still doubting, but I thought, yeah, why not? I'm in a good position. The other guys seem to have problems even under the safety car, so why not just keep it there? And then Justin and Danny, I think, pitted again for Inters, so that was clear for me to stay out.
Well, but tell us about it, because even before that, right? You were having a good race pace-wise. I feel like because you were in the 10th to 6th position all the time, so you were aiming at points the whole race. What I felt like. So tell us about the race. What how do you feel? You had the incident as well. Turn first lap right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, my pace was pretty well. I could drive away from Fox before the safety car. So that felt good. But then how did it went? Yeah, after the safety car, the first safety car, I guess. Yeah, so Copy and Fox, who already pitted, were close behind me, and Fox was very aggressive. yeah, he tried to overtake on corners where, yeah, in turn 2, and that's very, very scary to do. Yeah, he also, during the safety car, he was always coming next to me, so I couldn't really warm up my tires so well. So it was very annoying. Um, and then at turn 6 or 7, I guess, the downhill to the right, yeah, he placed it on the inside and went for it. So he almost pushed me off. I was pretty angry there, but I kept it on track, luckily. Um, and then yeah, just tried to follow him. But then Copy came closer and closer. He was pretty fast. Yeah, he showed earlier in the race that he was faster than me. And then um, in the same no in turn 2, he hold it on the outside. Yeah, in turn 1 he went on the outside. He kept it there. So, but he was not at all in front of me. Was next to me, so I kept it on the inside. Even went over the curb on the inside in turn 2, I think, on the right. But he just pushed me off. I hit his right back and I spun there. So I had to, yeah, I lost some places. There, Tooch overtook me and Ocean Chief overtook me. So if if I think back to it, and if I could keep it in front of Tooch, then who knows? Maybe I could have won. Uh, who knows? Because in the last laps after the safety car, I I felt very well that the guys on the dry tires like McKender and Tenari had no grip at all, so I could overtake them easily. But then Adesi on the softs, he was pretty okay, but I was just too scared to put it on the inside on the first sector. Um, so I just thought I'll wait on the straight, on the DRS straight there to take him over, to overtake him. But then I realized Danny Ko and Justin were also coming, um, so they quickly overtook me, and I couldn't follow them. I could follow them and overtaking Adesi, but yeah,
Yeah, well,
following Justin and following Justin was too hard. Although I knew Juge had a 3-second time penalty. So I thought
yeah.
maybe I can get a podium here, but yeah, he was too far off, and I just was so scared. I was even shaking because I was so far at the top to get some good points. So I just didn't want to spin and lose the point, so I just drove um, safe and took the points for Haas with Ocean Chief.
Yeah, great point for Haas indeed. But like about it, you when you move when you were trying to pause a Desi, but were a bit scared. Like I think you always learn from these experiences, right? If you go next time, you
Hmm.
probably have a little bit less nerves. But if you're for the first time in that kind of situation, always it's a new thing is always
Yeah,
a bit tricky.
definitely.
So you always learn, and next time you probably think, all right, it's time to go for that move, and you will. Speaking about
Hmm.
next time, your home track, of course, Belgium. You're
Yeah,
there,
of course.
of course,
Who
of course.
doesn't want to race at Spa?
And we have a sprint race as well again, right? Yeah, we
Oh
have.
yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
interesting.
2 races in Spa. That's awesome.
The more the better. But
Although I have a bad experience, my last experience in Spa, I DNF'd under the safety car warming up my tires, so I hope I
well,
won't do it again.
well, just erases memories by making it a good experience next week. I feel like. With
Yeah,
that,
that's it.
congrats on your P4, man, because that's a really great position. Because I believe you only had 2 points or something until now, right?
Um,
Wait,
or
wait,
I
let me.
think last
Yeah,
week
four.
I
Sorry.
finished for the first time in the points at P8, so
Well,
4 points.
it's getting
So
better.
pretty
I
pretty
missed
happy with
last week.
P4.
I missed last week, unfortunately, so I didn't saw that. But indeed, I can see now you gained 4 points last week, P8. So I don't know how many points you even got now. 12, right? No, what? I'm confused.
Uh, yeah, I think Yeah,
12.
it's
You're
25,
on
18,
60 now.
15, 12. Yeah.
You're currently ninth in the standings. If I'm correct, right?
Oh,
I'm not sure. Or something like that. Man, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your evening. We look forward.
thanks,
I
man.
look forward to see you in Spa again, man.
Hopefully, maybe again some rain. Maybe I can do something in the rain
Yeah,
again.
surely.
We will have rain in Spa. Trust me.
Yeah, probably.
In the beautiful Ardennes. It's just, I've never been there, but okay.
I've been there twice. One time for my birthday at Spa. So
Ah,
it was pretty nice to see.
yeah. Well, enjoy your weekend. I will release you from this commentator booth, and I think we're gonna shut off the stream. But
Yeah.
thank you for your time, and thank you for the great race you provided. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you,
Take
man.
care.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, so with that, I think we forgot one thing, but I think we both agree on it. The driver of the day should be Toots, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So discussion closed.
He did the thing everybody else didn't.
Well, only
He
Eagle
stayed
Ghost
out.
did as well. Eagle Ghost did as well. But Eagle Ghost finished fourth, which is really great for him. Toots on his debut, finishing P1. That's no doubt her driver of the day. So congrats on that to him. We should. It's well deserved because he just made the right choice. And with that, Babalas, I thank you very much for commentating
Yeah,
with
thank
me.
you too for your company.
I thought it was the first time we commentated together. Was it? Yeah, it was. It was surely. But thank you guys, everyone, for watching the stream, watching this lovely stream on Sandford, because we really love Sandford. I do at least. Not the track too much to race on, but to watch because it's my home country. It's beautiful. We gotta see you next week because you promised me to in Spa-Francorchamps. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be massive. But I don't want to be in prison, so don't do that thingy of Trump like. But guys, take care. See you next week. Bye bye.
Bye, good.